Many have questioned if Trump might have dementia, more specifically, frontal temporal dementia. Here's the list of symptoms. We've all seen him do the lean. He definitely has poor judgment, loss of empathy. Not sure if he's ever had it. Socially inappropriate behavior, like talking about Bondi's lips all the time. Lack of inhibition, repetitive, compulsive behavior, inability to concentrate or plan, frequent abrupt mood changes, speech difficulties, problems with balance or movement, memory loss. We've seen all of these in Trump. He also stands on toe pads when speaking to correct abnormal stiff forward tilt. The White House says that it's because he had chronic venous insufficiency. If he only demonstrated the social and behavioral attributes, it could be construed as anything, not just dementia. But paired with the physical attributes, it's pretty damning. I find it disturbing but hilarious that what many Republicans say is one of Trump's winning traits, that he says what's on his mind, might actually be sign of mental deterioration. Instead of an auto pen, Trump has auto word vomit. My suggestion to Republicans: drink beer and watch football with someone who is loud, inappropriate, and rude. Don't make that person the president. Considering that he's also corrupt and morally defunct businessman backed by a bunch of Christian nationalists like the Heritage Foundation that want to remake America into a twisted fascist version, is irresponsible and dangerous to pick someone like that to be president. Per a recent poll, Republicans are at least beginning to admit that Trump has become erratic with age. The latest Reuters Ipsos poll, conducted between February the 18th to the 23rd, among 4,638 adults nationwide, showed that 30% of Republicans think Trump has become erratic with age, while 17% think he is not mentally sharp or able to deal with challenges. The majority of Americans agree that Trump has become erratic with age, with 61% saying so overall, while 49% said the 79-year-old is not mentally sharp or able to deal with challenges. Some 45% disagreed with the point of view, down from 54% in another poll conducted in 2023. Unsurprisingly, Democrats were the most likely group to say Trump has become erratic with age. 89%. I'm among them. And that he is not mentally sharp or able to deal with challenges. 78%. Meanwhile, 64% of independents described him as erratic with age, and 53% said he is not mentally sharp or able to deal with challenges. Among Democrats, just 19% now say he is capable of managing the demands of the job, down from 29% previously. Support has eroded among independents as well, with only 36% viewing Trump as mentally sharp, a significant decline from 53% in 2023. In response, White House spokesperson Davis Ingle told the Daily Beast, President Trump's sharpness, unmatched energy, and historic accessibility stand in stark contrast to what we saw during the past 4 years when the failing legacy media intentionally covered up Joe Biden's serious mental and physical decline. Trump's health and mental sharpness have often been under scrutiny, fueled by gaffes such as mistakenly calling Greenland Iceland in Davos last month and needing White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt to prompt him on the name of his father's medical condition, which was Alzheimer's, so pretty ironic there. The president has occasionally appeared drowsy at formal events, like here. Still, as New York Magazine has reported, Trump has never explained why he repeatedly takes such exams, which often involve relatively simple exercises such as drawing a clock or identifying animals. His niece, Mary Trump, a vocal critic, has publicly speculated about parallels with her grandfather. Administration officials have rejected suggestions of any concealment. Of course they do. White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller previously offered an empathetic defense, saying he can work harder, has a better memory, more stamina and energy than a normal mortal. Okay, we can all see that that's not true. But they keep up with the lie. Oh, and then he added, the headline should be The Superhuman President. Earlier this month, Trump himself brushed aside concerns during an interview with NBC's Tom Lamos. The 79-year-old said that he feels like he did in his 20s.
10 years ago when you were running the first time. How do you feel now as you approach 80?
I feel great. I mean, physically and mentally, I feel like I did 50 years ago. It's crazy. Now, there'll be a time when I won't be able to give you that answer, but that time hasn't come, I do. I think it's very important. I've done more physicals. I take physicals just to give the report out.
Yeah.
I take cognitive physicals. So I do a cognitive mind test, okay? And a lot of people wouldn't be able to do very well. Not easy. You get to those last questions. I've aced. I've done 3 of them. No other president has agreed to do them. I do them because I have no problem with it because I'm 100%. Now, there will be a time.
Still taking the aspirin?
I do. I take aspirin. And I don't want to change, I don't want to.
So you go against your doctor's orders. You do what you kind of feel.
I've been taking aspirin for 30 years, and I don't want to change it. So, they say take the smaller one. I say, well, I want that blood to be nice and thin running through my heart.
If at any point your age impacts your job, who's going to tell you that, or do you think you'll know yourself?
I think I'll know myself, I think I'll know myself. I wouldn't do an interview with you, as an example.
Yeah.
Did Biden do an interview before Super Bowl? I'm not sure. Maybe he did.
Last one, he didn't.
I mean, he wasn't capable of doing an interview. And that was things. Look, I know people that are 95 years old that are sharp as a tack.
Trump, who returned to the White House in January 2025 at 78, became the oldest president ever inaugurated. Age has been a defining issue in the 2024 campaign, as Biden left office at 82 and sustained doubts about his mental sharpness. The oldest president in the U.S. history, Trump, who turns 80 in June, is on pace to eclipse that record if he completes his term. Fingers crossed, let's hope he doesn't. Not that his vice president will be much better, but I think anything would be better.